When it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Every discussion from experience, and hopefully within it delivers some deliverance. It's all facts and opinionated, from the west where that real spit originated. Brothers truly trying to save a soul, provoke thought so we can really designate a goal. We on that grown man scribble, the ball in our court with command on the dribble. This is something that'll help us show, cause it's something that'll help us grow. We see exactly what the people need. Now welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
I really vibe and groove off of the introduction. The song itself, man, is just motivated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Loving it.
Hey.
Yeah, we should take it to KJLH and see if they'll play it.
Yeah.
Get some airtime.
Yeah.
Hey, it's worth
On Wednesday at least.
Yeah,
On Wednesday. At least on Wednesday.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, every Wednesday.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
let's push that song a little more.
Yeah. I think we
I
should
enjoy
do that.
I enjoy it.
I got the video too. Videos, man, we in the video.
We in the video.
I know I saw you somewhere before.
Man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, nice Vans, Kev.
Thanks, man. You know, summertime is here.
Yeah, I see.
So can't nobody get more summery than Canoom over
Yeah,
there.
nice Louis Vuitton. Canoe. The whole
I thought I was doing
ensemble
something with the
match.
shirt.
Yeah,
I've
man.
never seen anybody match with that. Iridescent is
Man.
called, right?
Yeah, we color blocking today.
Color
Yeah.
blocking.
Color blocking.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you wear this color,
yeah.
that color, and they
That
all
color.
kind of.
Glad he don't
Man
have a
together.
handkerchief in his
Man.
pocket.
Man.
Hey,
He got the
didn't
kind
have,
that you just
it
keep
did-
on
it
just-
didn't have
Almost.
the space for it.
Yeah.
That's all it have.
Oh,
I ain't mad at you, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we
it's
done.
Wednesday, and
it's Wednesday.
we gonna check on everybody.
Okay, but before we check in there, everybody, we're gonna
What's the
the
title of the
topic.
show?
The topic of the day is who's going to protect our black women.
That's
It's an
it's
important-
about to get heated, y'all.
Let's say,
an
let's say it like
important
say it
topic.
like this, man. Who's gonna protect our black women?
Who?
Act
It's all
Do
them
it
high,
again.
yeah,
Say-
it's
say-
like-
wait,
Yeah,
wait, say
you
it again,
gotta-
say it again. Okay, I'm help me with my
Yeah.
delivery.
Yeah, yo,
Okay.
you act concerned.
I'm gonna start over.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who is going to protect our black women?
Yeah,
That's
All right.
better.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
better.
take that.
It still got a little belief on it,
Yeah.
but you know, it'll work
Yeah.
out.
Okay, okay.
But
I'll work on
Yeah, by the end of the show, you'll get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us
Yeah,
how your
that's
week
true.
was.
it. I had a full and robust week, man. I was up there amongst the clouds.
Do you ever have a half a week?
A half a week?
Yeah. You say I have a full week every week.
Every
Every
week.
week is a full week.
And we just went
Well,
Spitt'n Policy. You know.
from last week, if it's been a full, robust week, and I've been amongst the clouds.
Okay.
He was in the clouds part of the week, so that's why.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, was you high?
Yeah.
That's
Jeff,
right, that's right.
how have you been,
Man,
man?
can't complain, man. God is good all the time, brother.
Well, you can't complain. This is the form in which we can do it.
That's right.
If you decide to, we're here for you.
Man, I appreciate you.
Just after the show.
Give us a yes. we need a space. We need space. Men need space.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. EP, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm great, man. I had a great week. Yesterday was Independence Day, but I celebrated my sister's birthday.
Oh,
Not Independence Day.
okay.
Yesterday was actually the 15 days after Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Mm,
So we
And-
celebrate that.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Study
that's
independence.
Yeah.
Because we still not independent.
man. I really wished we did the whole fireworks celebration on Juneteenth
Juneteenth
versus the 4th of July, but you know, some
Well,
people. Go
I mean, we
with
don't
July.
have a hookup like some of our brothers and sisters do
Yeah.
on
They
the
usually,
fireworks.
they usually start the fireworks, a little bit of it, right after Father's Day.
Oh, you talking about I thought you was talking about the illegal fireworks.
Yeah, you got to go over
Yeah,
border.
not the
Get that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Got you. But no,
Oh, my week was good. About that Independence Day. Well, it wasn't our independence. I played Frederick Douglass the whole day. You ever
That
heard that
speech was
Frederick Douglass speech?
Yes,
This is
this
not
does not
our,
involve me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is not our
choose
4th
me.
of July
No.
because 1776 Africans were still enslaved in America. So it's kind of hard for me to celebrate that day.
Yeah.
I equate that with,
But I did eat though.
They-
No,
they-
Yeah,
I-
you damn sure.
yeah,
I
for
ate.
sure.
It's
They're
not like
not
it's not like
celebrating
we're
Kwanzaa.
cognizant of the forefathers and stuff on that day. We
Right.
just celebrate getting together with our family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
loved
I'm
ones
saying
and all that-
I
all
still
of
do
that.
that. I still
Exactly.
do that.
They're not
You
going
have,
to celebrate
you,
Kwanzaa.
you have those that are self-righteous though. That are like, I'm not celebrating that. That's a day of
Yeah, no,
yeah.
it's a
little-
day off.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
day
Right,
off
right.
is a worth celebration.
Yes.
Exactly.
Spend time with your family and everything like that.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, it was good. We ready to
Oh.
get into this?
Yeah, man.
Let's get on in this. Let's dissect this, y'all.
Go ahead, Trey.
Okay, what do you guys think is one of the first protectors of a young woman's life?
Her
What would
father.
you say?
Her father, of course.
Do you guys believe that?
Mm,
Of course.
Yeah, that's his role.
That's what it should be.
It should be. That's
Right.
his
You know,
role.
if he's not present, then you have, if you mess with a woman that had a lot of brothers
Yeah.
or uncles, yeah, you wasn't doing that, man.
Yeah.
Come on. Because
Right.
you know you had them to deal with.
Absolutely.
Right.
I bet you nobody wasn't messing with Kathy and let
Not
somebody mess with Kathy.
Not that we knew about.
Yeah.
Right.
You're gonna have 8 hands on him.
Yeah.
I
Well,
found-
I think I would, because I didn't have a daughter to later, but I'm saying mom's was like the first one, for me
That you protect.
that I protected.
Mm.
So
But you
I-
had a bunch of
bunch of
sisters.
sisters, yeah, but yeah,
And
they
you wasn't the most level
nah.
headed dude I know.
Nah.
So I'm sure you prevented a lot of things from happening
Yeah.
just by being there.
Yeah, me and my brother,
Yeah.
when he was here, and then I picked up the slack when I started getting older.
Yeah.
So
In your circle of friends, I'm sure that it was
yeah, so it was
yeah.
I think coming up, I was always in a protect mode, but like I said, especially, when it came to my mom and then
Absolutely.
my daughter.
So, was it a natural thing for you to
Yeah,
protect them?
it was
You
just
didn't, you didn't see nobody else protecting them. You was like, I'm supposed to do this. Where did that?
Yeah, and it was natural because me and my brother was the youngest. So I am the youngest, but we were the last, 6 girls, and then the 2 of us. So I guess, seeing him, then, a little kid, you think you're gonna do your part too, but
Yeah.
you're a kid.
Scrappy dude.
Yeah,
Scoopy
but
dude. Yeah.
if I gotta bite you,
Yeah.
nigga, whatever it take. If I gotta jump on your back,
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think it just came natural. It was nothing I had to be taught.
that puts our young men in an awkward position. Like, if you guys haven't tuned in, or you can go back to a couple of our previous shows where we had a
Don't
young
do it
man
right
that
now.
had
Though.
to
Watch this one first. Go ahead.
a young man that had to defend his mom, defend her honor, and there were some other consequences that came about, but it ended up being resolved. And that's an example of this young man had to defend and or protect his mom from what should have been the protector of the family, and how that turned out kind of,
But
Well,
you
it was
know-
actually it's circumstantial though, because
yeah.
if you're in the place when it's happening, is your call
You gotta do your
upon.
best,
Yeah.
right?
And
right.
the thing, because I was reading some of the comments on some, the videos of it, but you had a lot of people that really wasn't didn't support it. But because I guess because they was looking at a life was taken. Yeah, we didn't. We didn't want to see anybody life taken, but at the same time, he put himself in a position for his life to be taken, and I believe any one of us, you look back at when you was 14 years old, and put yourself in that
We
situation.
were men at 14.
Yeah, and you can clearly tell that young man,
This is the thing, bro. Like, unless people grow up in those circumstances
right.
and in those environments, they'll never
Never know- yeah.
understand.
No, they won't.
They won't.
There's also, you have to understand defending our women and protecting our women. Do you guys think that there's a difference between protecting and defending our women? Because defending our women is a hands down, but how do you protect, and what are the different forms of protecting our women?
Protection can be preventative. Protection can be trying to de-escalate, trying to avoid being physical. That could be a form of protection. A form of protection could be educating our women on how not to get in some of these circumstances to begin with. It's an array of things that can.
Don't go to Stops. Oh well, Stops is old. Yeah. Don't go to Hawkins Burger at 2:00 in the morning.
Hawkins.
And that's not a safe. And if a man is telling you, "Hey, sweetie, hey, don't go to the ATM at," I don't care, motherfucker, it's 24 hours. Don't go there at 2 in the morning.
Right.
Exactly.
And then somebody follow you, and then you out of the bounds of that safety and provision you have when you do have a man or do have somebody that is caring and caring concern about you.
And listen to us when we tell you not to stop somewhere, because especially if I'm with you, you put me in
jeopardy.
And don't reach over and blow my horn
because you mad at
right.
So that's another form of putting us in something where we have to defend.
I think examples of caring is a form of also protecting our women. So, for example, if you care for your woman, you're probably going to make sure that gas is in the car, oiled correctly, its maintenance was there, the air's in the tires are being rotated. That's also a form of protecting our women, protecting them from something potentially happening. So those are examples of also, caring and the maintenance of certain things that she probably shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I would agree, but we live in a time where I don't need you to do that. I don't need you to do that for me. I can do that myself.
I got it. Yeah,
I got it. Why you need to? I had to. It was almost train this young lady.
Train?
Yes, train.
Whoever's gonna call in, go call in now. Go ahead.
I'll stand behind you, brother.
I didn't even see what was wrong.
He
just
came off of a trip.
Usually they
Oh, he came from Catalina. He came from the island. He in that mode.
Usually when say something, it kind of set off a little bit.
Yeah.
The phone calls, but go ahead. I had to train this woman.
We know what it means. We know what it means. Yeah, it doesn't mean
that. It's okay for me to open her door.
Right.
Because she was like, "Why you need to open my door? I can open my own door." Okay. All right.
Chirp, chirp.
Well, this is what I'm going to do
from now on. Chirp, chirp. Exactly.
This is what I'm going to do for you. And then she accepted it. And then after that, she was like, wanted her door open all the time. So sometimes if women are sometimes willing to listen and learn, I mean, it don't have to be a fight, especially when I want to do something for you.
Yeah.
Right.
You had to train her.
Yeah, I had to train her.
Don't back down from that word.
I'm not. I mean,
boxers, not a bad thing.
Boxers train for a fight.
Yeah.
It's training you for life and how to be with a gentleman.
Should he say mold? Is mold a better word?
I'm not going to say no. I'm not the way
Sculpt.
women would receive it.
Oh.
I don't know.
Because usually,
how do you know how women would receive it?
I'm just saying usually.
Okay, I know how you would know women. How women would receive it.
I effectively communicate with women. I would think that we all have
the
done
woman
that
whisperer.
Over
yeah.
And I can't say the woman whisperer, but
I think women can speak for, especially intelligent women. They can speak for themselves.
Yeah,
they don't need you to protect them.
No, I'm not.
From my words,
I just figured somebody would call in and say, "Hold on," or "Wait a minute." But okay.
I mean, just
the lines are open. The lines are open, Trevor. If they, in the event they want to call in,
they can
text in. Yeah, they can.
There's a number: 323-900-0478. So how far does it go back in men protecting women?
Before World War II.
I think it goes way back
Yeah,
further than that.
I think probably since the beginning of
Well, you could say,
humanity.
yeah, you could Adam and Eve, and that
Yeah,
garden was the protection.
That was going to be a
And
part
yeah.
of
when
my
they
real spit, but
kept,
yeah.
okay, did I
Okay,
just
you
take
can.
No, no,
part
no,
of?
no, no, no.
You
Go
can
ahead, go ahead,
still,
go
you
ahead.
can still do
Yeah,
it.
you can.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can still use it.
That garden was a protection. Like you had things around you, and you knew what to do and what not to eat. But that cunning, sly little slithery thing, you let him
Yeah,
whisper in your ear and took a bite of the forbidden fruit.
yeah,
Then you got thrown out, and that was you. You was under God's protection, all both of them, right?
yeah.
Then you were thrown out the garden. Now you got all the gangs available to you now, and when you had that protection, I'm just trying to modernize it
Yeah.
with the
No, no,
gangs.
no.
Like you get thrown out the house. There was a time where if your family disowned you, you were cast out. That in those days, if you were cast out, that was almost like death.
Yeah, and even before, like you said, even before the gangs, because you had the Black Panthers
Yeah.
who would police the neighborhood. They would police the neighborhoods for the police
Mm-hmm.
in a brutality, but also when men would get out of line with families, they would police. We would police our own self. So they was the enforcer. If you over there whooping on your,
You wasn't doing
yeah,
that.
you ain't doing that.
You ain't
They
doing that.
showing up in the leather jackets.
Yeah.
And guns.
Yeah.
So, is there a way to get back to that, or we just call the police nowadays? Everybody just call the police.
The reason,
Which ain't the
And
best.
It ain't the
Yeah,
best
it ain't proven to be the best method.
scenario.
yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
always turn out well. But the reason why I say before World War II is because during World War II, a lot of the soldiers had to go off to war, and women of all colors and nationalities had to step in and take on some of the roles that men did and the jobs that men did or post war. So as a result, when men came back from war, and African American men were more promoted to do subservient jobs or even vocational jobs, whereas the education afforded to other nationalities were for a position of leadership or business ownership. What ended up happening was you come back from war and the woman has grown financially, whether it be with some assistance as well as her own home or her own car. So now, if you have, hey, I'm gonna use my dad car, I want to take you out. Well, I already got my Benz. Okay, well, hey, we can. I'm gonna go get a room for us, but I already have my place. So when a man does not feel that he's needed, he'll go somewhere to where he does feel needed. And oftentimes it was to the bottle. Often it was time to drugs because a lot of African American men didn't feel needed when we
Mm.
came back from war.
And you talking about World War II. You're not talking about Vietnam or anything.
It happened specifically because you had a lot of things prepared for,
Because I think
and programs prepared for.
at some point in World War II, you know, after World War II, I think black people were more of a unit. You know, we couldn't go over there, so we had to stay in our own enclave and neighborhood. So we had more of a protection from that. Like you want to go over here, oh, I'm gonna be proud to say I'm the first black person in this neighborhood. Like that was a proud thing, and it's not so much proud when when our family structure is getting dismantled.
Right, but
Yeah.
not every black man went off to war. Not every, I'm
No,
just saying that's one occurrence of an example of why some of the things that are taking place now are taking place.
Yeah, Ebony said we have to get back to the point where we trust one another.
Mm.
That was
See,
a comment.
I would agree with that
I definitely would agree with that.
because they would have to trust in our leadership
Yeah.
for sure, and it's not it's not their fault. The distrust was put during this most
Oh.
horrific process called transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah.
They taught us to distrust one another, and sometimes I wonder, like women, do they have the right to be mad at men? Because we couldn't protect them then.
We couldn't.
we would die, and then you'd have
We were
these
made
slave
examples
masters.
of.
Yes.
Right.
We're in
Right.
front of everybody.
I mean, you could protect them and possibly lose your life.
Yeah.
So could our women feel like that history is still lingering within them? Like, oh yeah, they can't help me. They can't protect me.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has affected our women and passed down through. I'm not going to say our DNA, but that had been passed down, that mentality, because a man would see his wife be sexually violated in front of his children, and I don't think there's a bigger emasculation other than that, because
it's
the
not.
three F's, like I said before, there's three F's that, whether it be a cop to a crib, from a judge to a jackass, is three F's that if you tamper with,
You're
gonna
gonna
have a
give
bad
up your
freedom,
freedom, finances, and
family.
family. You don't have to help me.
You
It's
know
a
it.
tattoo
You
right
helping
here.
me?
It's a tattoo. Yeah, you
But,
have a tattoo.
yeah, and we couldn't do anything.
Yeah, that I can't imagine that, but just people going through that gotta be, that's traumatizing, and we haven't healed from that
On both ends.
really.
But do you still nowadays? I think a lot of uh men may feel the same way. Even today, if I,
Intervene,
yeah,
I could lose my life.
lose my life.
That has happened in some cases.
So and it's like it's man. I mean, it's a tough.
So in that case, Kev, I think what we talked about prior to this, it definitely it sticks out more. It's more valuable that we learn how to avoid some of these situations that will put us in danger by trying to protect them.
Man, you remember? I don't know if you guys. It was a movie. It could have been not in the theaters, but one of those movies that come on. And it was the cops pulled this couple over. They was coming from a night out, and they made both of them get out of the car. And it was two white males. And they searched him, but the other one,
I think I saw that movie.
yeah, where he searched her, but
Groping her,
and it was, it was like, what do you do in that moment? And then from the woman's point, what do you expect your man to do in that moment? Because that's a moment where he can lose his life,
and he feels powerless.
Right?
That's a hard one.
And then I believe she gave him a hard time. She expected him to intervene, and it's like, first of all, they the law. If I do, I'm gonna get my ass whooped, probably possibly lose my life and go to jail. So it's it's like you said, you feel, but you feel less than. But
I mean, you almost have to. My mouth would have just automatically. Hey man, what the hell? That's my wife.
Right.
Well, that just happened recently.
It would have. If I would have got it, I would have got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
that
but
just
see, that's
happened
what you have
recently.
some men that just don't want to take that chance. You talking about the elderly couple?
I believe so. The guy, he had on a hat, and then the two police officers had his handcuffs behind him, and then one young officer went and body slammed his wife.
Yeah, and they was older.
Yeah.
They wasn't no young couple.
I seen that
because they thought they shoplifted.
It was in L.A. too.
Lancaster.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Body slammed
California.
This man's wife.
Yeah, and see that's. Man.
And then what's going to happen to the officers? Are they going to be able to sue? Are they going to say that all the legal loopholes that protect them? And then we wonder why there's this combativeness between our community and theirs. We inherently don't trust them.
Thank you.
The movie we were talking about. Thank you, Crash. But see, and that's the thing that we were talking about. Was the name of it was Crash. But like you in that situation, man, I think you say, fuck, I'm gonna take this ass whooping.
Yeah. Well, he couldn't take the guy was already
he was.
Oh yeah, he was handcuffed,
and he was an elder.
Yeah, he was older.
But
I mean, they gonna sue. But see, the thing is, that cop need to be disciplined. His ass the police force need to be sued. The city need to be sued, and his ass need to lose his job. And with
pension.
me,
and
yeah,
the
all of
pension.
that.
They need to fill. The officers need to fill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're not.
Not,
Yeah.
right.
We're paying for, if
Protection.
if they get sued, the community is paying for it
Right.
still. I don't care if it's $1 million. His pension is not affected.
Right.
His pay is
And
not
then
affected.
oftentimes, if they get fired, they can go to other agencies and get
And
another.
still get another
that's
job
something
because
that
they
needs
worked
to
at
be stopped too.
they worked at whatever agency for
Right.
so many years. So
and they'll just get picked up by another agent, and who's to say they're not going to perpetuate the same situation and not get caught?
Oh yeah, my son would definitely.
I think I just met this gentleman today. He was a Jewish guy, and he basically said they have people that patrol their community, and I was like, oh shit, because I brought the question up.
Yeah, the White Panthers.
Yeah. Well, we
they come in the paddy wagon.
Yeah, we have people that can that patrol our community too.
They usually on
It's a
bicycles
little
and
different though.
Yeah, a little different.
But they're not there to protect the community though. They're
in a sense. In a sense, but not like theirs.
Well, that's the way that originally started out. But now it's
but what if we go back to the origin of gangs, which was to protect the neighborhood, and there's consequences to those who get caught. Because we know how to find out who did whatever nowadays. So because the street's gonna talk.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And if they're held accountable, then a lot of stuff will dissipate.
Yeah, right. I say you keep there's nothing to protect us. There's no consequences when you kill somebody or harm somebody that's black. There's no consequence to that.
It starts off with us valuing us.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that you said that, let me offer another perspective. Keith, can we run the first clip? Like we talked about the police doing it, and we talked about don't do that. The racist going. Let's look at this clip right here.
Damn, sleeping to beat her. Damn.
Oh my God.
Damn. He whooping the hoe too. Oh my God.
No.
He ain't have to do it like that.
Oh
she
God.
banging. She banging though. She banging though.
Why do you have to do her like that?
Damn. She come with some more shit, bro. Y'all watch our car.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh man, she bullshitting. Oh, she bullshitting. Hey man.
Are you thinking?
Damn.
Man, told you stop fucking with my shit. You still ain't sweet, bitch. You a weak asshole. Fat ass gay bisexual niggas. Damn. Are you thinking?
Damn.
He did you get
Yeah.
But that's
That's
mean,
pretty tough.
we don't know how that started.
But look, it's just so many things I can take from that. For one, somebody's sitting there filming
and not helping.
and not helping, not trying to stop it, narrating, laughing at it. You got somebody that's right next to her, another guy, another gentleman right next to her who's just damn near stepping over her to pay for his stuff. You got her perpetuating it, throwing stuff. I don't know who car it is he hit because it looked like a whole nother dude that came and kicked her.
Yeah,
it's just it's. So but that's us on us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's when it hurts the most.
Yeah,
you know, when it's us on us, and we don't know how that transpired. I think what we need to learn is more conflict resolution, because that could have somebody probably called somebody out their name. That could have been de-escalated and everybody would have went away.
But so the difference is when the police do it and when we do it, the difference is when the police say you didn't see the whole thing. You had to see what transpired before it. That ain't really an excuse for them, because your job is to, once you de-escalate it, let the court handle that part.
Yeah.
So that's not going to stand for them.
Yeah.
For us, It depends, like what she did.
Yeah.
Right.
Whether she, slap him or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Does that warrant? And this is training your female children not to get engaged with a man like that. Could be very well the thing. Like because at the end of the day, you're not going to win.
Right.
You're not going to win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. She seemed to be twice his size, but
Mm-hmm.
he is still coming from the shoulders. He's a little bit.
Yeah,
little
he's a
bit
man.
stronger.
He's a man.
But she kept
male.
coming back.
He's a male.
She kept coming back,
she
and he's
kept-
like, "Look, it's over. I'm trying to drive away." And then she throws some at his car. Then she throws some at his car.
Well,
again.
she's
It's
not.
like,
She's not a match for him. I don't give a damn how small. He's still a male, you
Yeah.
know. And then whatever warrant that type of reaction or action, you know, from him. And then not only him, because it did look like a whole different dude.
No, it was a different dude.
So maybe when she made those comments,
Or maybe his car driving away.
yeah, and she hit his car.
yeah,
That could
it could have been
his
but
car.
It's like, man,
It's sad, but in them environments, it breeds some tough women.
yeah, it does.
Because it don't look like she was a stranger to none of that.
No.
yeah.
No.
But it's still you don't
unfortunate.
It's happening too
you
often.
don't want a woman that gives energy to that.
No,
No.
not at all.
Because I'm sure all of us are men. You probably got pushed to a point, maybe not to put hands on her, but pushed to a point. Women are incendiary with their words. They cut real deep.
So is that
I'm not saying it's an excuse.
No. I'm not saying that, but I'm
We
saying
black out too, though. You know what I mean?
because to
Anger
me
issues.
nowadays, man, I'm gonna say it, bro. A lot of these dudes are soft. A lot of these dudes are soft, and they get in their feelings quick. You know.
Let me ask you this. Kev pull up to that gas station. Kev pumping his gas. He hear a commotion. This thing play out in front of you. What do you think innately? What would you do?
I would try to talk to dude. You know.
So you would have went in there.
I would
as
just like,
he's
come
swinging
on,
on
man.
her.
You know. But and I know 9 times out of 10, it's a 50-50 chance this dude is gonna listen to me, or he gonna try to square up on me.
It's probably 70-30.
You know, that he'll square up on me.
Yeah, or that he'll tell you to mind your own business.
Yeah.
At
So,
least.
but it's like, and he only like he can get out anyway.
You don't have to jump in, but you could say something. It's a
Well, that's
couple
what
that
I'm
I
saying.
broke up
Hey,
before.
come
Yeah.
on, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, no.
But
Like,
what do
listen
you
to
do
a few
when
times.
this comes next? What you gonna do?
Back off, homie? I ain't about that. Stop. This is not. This is
That's
not
a
what it is.
woman.
But I have also.
And
Okay, well, you stopped. Period.
That's
I'd
not-
rather your attention be on
that's
me
not-
than for you to
It
mess
sounds
your whole
good.
life.
Yeah.
Bro,
For you to
it's-
mess off your whole shit right now behind her. Is it worth it?
Sounds very
And
good, bro.
if he can't stop and he don't stop and she's still antagonizing him, at this point now, I've done my part or a part. At least I did something.
On this very couch in
I'm
this
not gonna-
nice setting, it sounds great.
Yeah.
But if he challenged you the same way, I guarantee you're not gonna be like, at least you stopped.
Okay, but at
Yeah.
the same token, though,
You're not
if you
gonna
come
do
at
that.
me, I don't want to feel threatened.
Well, see, what if then he
Of
would
course,
say
that's
you-
what I'm saying. That's being realistic. And
Well,
we
But
know
if
what
I'm
that
threatening,
means.
then
Okay, well, maybe he would have got defensive if you made it personal. But it maybe if you would have said, hey, come on, y'all.
exactly like, hey man, I
Y'all,
like,
y'all
I'm not
doing
gonna-
too much.
I'm not
Or,
gonna
you
come
know,
at him.
where
I'm
you
not-
address
Kev,
both of them.
Right.
I want to be
y'all got to stop
100%
this right
No,
now.
but I know what
If
you're
you
saying.
was involved in something heated and a bystander, you wouldn't even know. You're not gonna be like, you know what, brother?
No, I ain't coming kumbaya both
You're
times.
not. You're not.
I'm like, I would mention it and try to stop it.
If you got that mad to where you had to do that, you already gone mentally.
Yes, he
pretty
is.
much.
But the voice of reason could bring him back. I'm not saying that it's gonna come back.
What you gonna do about it?
Hold on.
Man, look, let's not even just leave this alone. X, Y, and Z. If this nigga mind your own business type shit, woo, woo, woo. Okay, boo. You need right now. You need to be leaving. You need to be on because
Okay.
the way I see it.
Okay,
I'm
you
saying,
said
but
you
my
told me
perspective
twice.
is-
Okay, you told me twice.
Okay,
Now
but-
what?
So now look, if it got to be me and him or whatever else, I'm not gonna take her fight, and she gonna they both can
Take
whoop your
her
ass.
punches,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? But
there's
at least,
often
at least
cases.
try to reason with him.
There's also cases to where you get in and they're a couple and now they both on you.
Yeah.
Right. Like, hey, y'all need to stop this, whatever else. Yeah,
Cold game, bro. It's a cold game.
Fortunately for me, my experience has not been where the dude got at me.
Takashi said, "Thank you, Trevor."
Oh,
I mean,
right,
that's good though,
but,
bro.
you know, but I didn't come in there like I'm selling like pound cake. Like, hey, please stop, my brother. For thine ass is yours. I mean, no, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you gonna beat her ass? No,
because
what?
What is yours?
Her that woman is. Come on, man. Anyway, so look, you gonna beat up your girlfriend or beat up your female or beat up your blah blah blah. You know what I mean? That here he is beating her up. I at least I have to stop this embarrassment to us, this destruction of property, this destruction of another person's face or whatever. You beating up on somebody, okay, dog, you won. Yeah, fortunately for me, it hadn't gotten to the point where he turned on me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not, you know.
I think
possible,
sometimes it's
we gotta stop that kind of shit, man.
Look. For me, I'm sorry to cut you off, but go ahead.
No, go ahead.
For me, there's times when I wouldn't even think about it. I would just react. I got another clip if any of y'all are finished, and that will show a whole nother side.
Yeah, and then we'll come back and read a couple of comments.
Yeah, let's go to clip 2. I wouldn't even hesitate.
You know, we always seeing some crazy videos coming out of Florida. Well, this was in a Walmart parking lot. You had a woman, she had a child driving, and some reason this guy that's going to get out of the car, he's pissed off, he's upset, so he's going to run up and approach a pregnant woman, which is the mom, and he's like he was going to hit this woman the way he was being extremely aggressive. And we know, we've seen many of these videos how they will go and just stab black women, punch black women because they feel that they have no one to look out for them. But I want you to go ahead and watch this particular video.
She's 15, dummy.
What?
Oh. Get out of my face. Get out of my face.
This girl big and pregnant. He's talking about, or what? I would have decked his ass.
Did I threaten you? I did not threaten you. I said you were a dummy and she's a 15-year-old driver and get out of my face. Get out of my face.
Walking up on this lady like that. Is she walking up on you?
Exactly.
You need to back the fuck up. What? You heard what the fuck I said? I said you need to back the fuck up. That's a woman. You're a mama. And you's a motherfucking man. Now what you gonna do? Go the fuck on. Go the fuck on. Go the fuck on. Put that gun away. Fuck you. Put that gun away, motherfucker. Go ahead. Go ahead. You just threatened me. Away. You just threatened me, motherfucker. Fuck you.
Go to the store.
Gun.
Go
Away.
in the store.
You're not a man.
Go
You
in the
ain't a
store.
man. Use the gun. I ain't used shit yet. Go ahead, put your motherfucking hands on me. I don't give a fuck who you call.
You did this. You're the one that's aggressive to everybody.
I don't care who you call. Call the cops. Call the cops.
Getting in my face in this way.
Yes,
And
it
I'm
does.
gonna record all of it because I'm here for it
That's
today.
right. That's a pregnant woman. You got her all in her face. We got this lady filming.
Just walk away.
He's got a gun, ma'am.
I've been recording every second, sir, since you got out of the car.
Do your business. Get the fuck one out of here.
So what also ended up happening is he kept persisting and he got in the black dude face and actually hit the dude in the stomach. And the black dude fired on him and he he hit me.
Yeah.
He hit me. And she's
That's
like,
how
I'm
they
filming
do.
the whole thing. You
Yeah,
hit
I seen
him,
that.
you hit him first.
Yeah.
And that's that shit right there.
Things like that, I'm just gonna react.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's pregnant.
And it's good to see that we
brother,
have
yeah.
a brother protecting her, stepping in, and especially she was pregnant. That's
Yeah, come on, bro.
man. That's just that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think we also what could have better facilitated that if she would have just gotten in the car and just drove off.
But I don't even
Because
think
she-
she would have gotten that chance. The way he was
He was looking like he was
on that-
blocking the door.
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
saying
he
no,
still would have did something.
Once the engagement started, when him and the gentleman, there was time when they walked away from the car. I seen there was more footage, and they could have drove away, but she wanted to
keep going.
But
also she said it was
it
was a 15-year-old inexperienced driver.
Yes.
So she probably didn't even know. She probably was frazzled to even pull off.
Yeah. So
yeah, she was probably concerned about her mom more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's always once you see it, once you in it, you in it.
But see, but then too though, he with him, he was strapped. Yeah. So that's you when you heat it, when you got your piece on you, it makes a little different.
It does.
It makes a difference.
You saw the little
and the guy,
too,
yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
So you're saying everybody
by case situation
carry their pistol?
Yeah, just make sure it's legal.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, but it's a case by case situation. All of it is, but I think we also have to use our discernment in different particular situations.
Yeah,
because there's some things that I would be like, hey, hold up. Some things where your discernment and all of our upbringing, we know, like, hey man, nah, this ain't that. This like, nah, man, like, hold up. And then when we heat it, it's like our confidence is even more so like, hey, but also sometimes they come at us.
But also that's when your whole life can change. So you need to be extra cautious before you get involved when you are heated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But because you can miss and hit somebody else.
Right.
Yeah. And that has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. That has happened. But again, though, there's different forms of protecting our women and defending our women. Hopefully, a form of advice and preventative measures protect our women before we have to defend our women. That's critical.
Why you read some of the comments, Trev?
Nowadays, most people are carrying. They are. A lot of people are. People are getting their licenses. People are getting their permits. People are getting guns. People are getting training. So you're right.
Yeah, and Ebony said
I don't know if
she probably didn't want to leave the gentleman alone, which makes sense.
Yeah, but he was cool. He was taking care of.
Go ahead.
He was taking care of.
These 6 friends.
Yeah, y'all go ahead. Get your daughter out of here.
He probably was waiting on that.
Yeah. You don't want to be part of the melee.
But
or could have been waiting on the police because they know the police were called. So she definitely was needed to be,
Well, the one that was filming, she could have showed. But then again, like I said, man, it can go either way. He could be the one that be hemmed up, and then he got to go, because he got a gun on him.
Reverse it though. Reverse it if they were white and the black man was doing that and he was heated, he would have been shot in that parking lot.
Probably.
And they were in Florida too on a stay in your ground. And so he literally could have, and he threatened them.
Florida's in a complete little twist right now. All right. Michelle Graham says, I think the major difference is when to be is when to be the threat of power and when to be the threat of violence. When to be the threat of power and the threat of violence. I think oftentimes when African American men have the authority and the ability to stop something from happening to our women, regardless of I'll keep it black and white. It's harder for us to legally defend our women and get away with it like other nationalities would. It almost makes us feel like we can't be united because we'll be prevented from being united. I was protecting my sister. I was rocking with her, but yet and still, when we do that, the law comes down on us, and the other little loopholes of the law prevent us from having that power, and we're going to be viewed as the threat of violence.
Part of being a protector is educating ourselves on when we do get in these situations, how we can handle it and what's going beyond the scope of the law to where we will be charged, to where we wait. Because sometimes we get so hot, we fire first. Oh, you threaten me? Now I can defend myself. It's just knowing the laws.
Yeah. And
Like,
they do
Trevor,
teach
like,
you that.
yeah,
They
teach
do
it,
teach you that in this when you take your CCW course.
Because I'm in fear of my life, Trevor. You know what that means.
And
Right.
you
Right.
can
So, yeah.
and with that you could, if you feel like he's about to take her life,
Yeah, you can defend that.
you can defend that person as well.
Yeah.
Just like the gentleman that shot the gentleman for his mother. He was defending his mother.
Yeah, it's a lot going on, but protecting our women is other nationalities can protect their women. We should also continuously protect ours, and sometimes it just makes it a little bit more
But
difficult to do so.
at the same
within
time,
and
I
from
think
other.
women has to understand too what can possibly come from this, and it depends on the situation. You know, does it the difference could be us leaving, going home together, or now you making funeral arrangements.
Do women view us as protectors?
I think it's probably not. I'm sure not all though, because I mean I've heard it. Women feel that they're not protected.
When it come down to the get down, they gonna run behind you. They ain't gonna run in front of no. Hey, there's some people coming in the house. You think your wife, girlfriend, or significant other is gonna get out the bed and charge first, or she's gonna say, "Hey, honey, I heard something."
I think it'll be the latter.
Yes, thank you. So all that independence, I can do everything myself. It goes out the window.
It may not be everything, but even the smaller things that women have had to do to provide for and to protect themselves, all those little things build up a habit. Do you think where they figure that it builds up that confidence that, you know what, hell, I've been taking care of everything else myself.
I disagree.
Yeah.
So,
Do you think that
I
builds
don't
up?
think that's a valid excuse
Sure,
because
right.
if it happened on the job, you are going to follow protocol on the job. You're going to learn decorum and you're going to learn I can only do this. I can't say this. I can't show attitude or I'm going to lose what sustains me.
And to just give you some years ago, a cat that I knew, he was at the house. His girl stopped at a gas station. She ended up getting into it with a dude up there at the gas station. She knew her dude. He had a hot, a hot temper. You know, he would go there quick. But she called him, told her the situation. He jumped on his bike, rode up there. Dude had a gun, shot and killed him. You know, so that phone call, could you had just ignored dude, whether even if he was trying to holler at you, whatever. Sometimes just being quiet. Yeah, you may be called some names, but those names going to hurt you that much to where it'll cost your dude his life.
Okay, but sometimes men don't want to hear that Dino after she has been a part of an incident. So now he feels like he needs to go and at least check it out to make her feel better. But a lot of men are in jail and or dead behind the honor of his woman, but it was not necessarily an understood situation. It could have been, different perspectives. It could be an incident. It could have been a bump. It's like, intent. We don't know the whole story when a situation happens. But there are a lot of men that are dead and or in jail and serving a nice amount of time behind defending the honor of a female. There are some brothers that are in jail right now that stood up for their sisters, and the sister ended up being with the guy later on. Those are some real scenarios and real situations. So we really don't necessarily understand all the perspectives.
I think for our women, Black women in particular, they're trained to call the police when anything happens, especially if there's something going on and it could be domestic. She could have instigated it, started it. I've seen times where gentlemen got arrested just because they stayed there. And she might have been the only one that's doing the violence or hitting him. and they call the police, they're taught that the man is, and we not their man. The man is there to protect and provide for them, right? They get social. Not all women. I'm just saying some women get subsidies from what we call the man, the government, and they also protect them. So they're teaching them that they don't need us for anything.
I think they function on it. We have another question. Angelique Jackson. As a woman, I want to feel secure in knowing that my man will always be my protector, but I would never put him in a situation where he could be harmed or killed.
And it was several people that made similar comment, but the thing is, you never know how it's going to go.
Yeah, you don't know.
You
can think, I just need to stop here and get this. I forgot something at the grocery store. I could just stop at this liquor store and grab something real quick. And that stop right there cause
it can alter your entire, all it takes is one moment to alter your entire life for an extended period of time.
Or a heated argument and you call the police and they show up and they kill him.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they got a rookie that just don't know what he's doing and they get out of hand.
Yeah. I think the more we're armed with knowledge of how things work, especially with the law and the officers in our district also, because you have county, you have sheriffs and you have PDs. So understanding the laws, how things work, and even familiarizing ourselves with some of the police officers in our community would also help. Because we get into situations, we would love to call upon a person that is on the quote unquote their side. Okay, well, let's call officer such and such. Matter of fact, I know your field. What do they call them? Field.
Watch but commander. You don't know who's gonna
whatever
get there first.
Yeah, and most of the police officers that police our communities don't live in our community.
Yeah, you're right.
That would be a big difference,
right?
Because you get to know your community.
Yeah.
Oh, I seen officer such and such at the Piggly Wiggly. You know what I mean? And then,
or I know that address. I know that block. Yeah. Oh no, that's a good kid. Hey, hey.
Yeah, I know.
You sit tight. I'll handle this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come here, man. Come here.
Have that.
We have another message from Ebony. Ebony says, "No, we are not. Where I'm from, we don't call the police." Okay. She's referencing, usually the police are being called on us. I would say in a lot of situations, but I'm not saying everyone, and I don't think Canoe meant to say like everyone, but oftentimes when the police are called on us, that's it does happen. And there's been men that have also called the police on the woman. Nothing necessarily happens.
It's probably better that they do in some instances.
Better if the guy.
Yeah.
But sometimes a guy may call the police, and that motherfucker end up getting in trouble.
Yeah, still. Like, so it's like either way you go. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
We have Compton Ebony, who trained us to call the police.
One thing is, know your mate. If you learn your mate, because then I think that would help whether or not you what you choose to do in this situation.
Okay.
Or a situation. If you know you got a hot-headed female and she, with the neck and the eyes and all of that, then I don't want that type of
calling the police is not always a bad thing. Women, it's not saying that you're calling it on your mate. What if your mate is outside arguing with five different dudes?
Yeah.
And your mate. It's probably best that they come and de-escalate it before I had to go in the house and de-escalate it a whole different way.
Because we know someone, not cutting you off, but we know someone that lost his life to something like that.
Exactly like that.
Party, guys in the yard, keeping up noise. Are you do? Hey, man, we trying to sleep, man. Can you kind of move across the street or kind of keep it down? Somebody don't take nothing but one. I'll shut, whatever. All right, I'll be right back.
My last occurrence was 4th of July.
Can I finish?
Yeah, he wasn't finished. Yeah,
sorry.
I wasn't.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry if I.
His cutoff game.
No, I'm sorry. No,
cutoff game.
Well, you better not take a break.
About that, man.
As soon as you do this,
my bad. Sorry.
He got a word gun.
Cutoff game, good boy.
Right. Go ahead.
But it was all he was doing was, protecting his family.
Yeah.
And then he go get his piece. He come out as soon as he open the door. Boom. They was already waiting on him.
They was waiting on him to come out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anytime you say, all right, I'll be right back. You know, okay, you giving them a heads up on you.
Let me come out the side though.
So it do happen. And it happens a lot, you know.
Yeah.
And a good dude. He was a good dude.
Yeah.
Just protecting
his family.
Yeah. Would have been the time to call the police, or he should have just?
I think so.
Yeah.
And that,
yeah.
In that
yeah.
situation.
Because for one, it's a party. And
then we got to get off the stigma. Like we calling the police now. We say we snitching.
Well, I mean, but it's
a total different thing.
If you're not from that culture, though, if you're from that culture, there's different laws,
different rules,
the rules that you abide by.
Yeah, yeah.
Trevor, I don't expect you to understand. Trevor,
But Trevor, a cousin of mine told me, "Oh, you a civilian? You can do that."
Yeah, you can do that.
I was like,
meaning you're not gang affiliated. You're not a criminal.
Civilian.
Yeah. No,
I thought you were a civilian.
No,
man, that's a.
Trevor used to run up to every police car as a kid and get the bubble gum and sit on their lap and get the
car, baseball cards.
Yeah, hey buddy, that's why he said.
So they have baseball cards and gum.
Yeah.
How you know?
Because I grew up in the community to where they pushed.
That's when
that's
when the community knew who they police
baseball
was.
Card.
That's how I know. There were leagues. There were football leagues and basketball leagues for the LA Sheriffs.
Right. Yeah, the LA Sheriffs to promote it.
Really from Trevor. You couldn't come outside. So a lot of stuff you're not privy to. A lot of this information.
Oh, if he could come outside, he couldn't go past his porch or
at all.
Go past the front gate.
Mama, I hear the ice cream truck. No ice cream truck in Belize, boy. Get in the house.
Anyway, we had a couple of questions or comments. I think.
I don't even see nothing. I don't even see nothing up there.
They just have.
It was a couple.
Have a few of them in a bag in a bell. Walking.
Walking.
Oh, look at the time. Look at the time, guys. Look at the time. Look at the time. This is a very good. This is a very good and needed show.
So what do we? I have to ask one question. What do we walk away with from this? How do we better
get an understanding? Have like Trevor would say, effective communication. We should take this show and we should break down some things to our significant others, or we should get more education on how to handle certain things in certain situations. And we should also, as couples, learn that we are better together. The divisiveness we have amongst each other when it comes to, I don't need no man, and I don't, and I only want a man if he can provide and do all this stuff. It goes way further than just a mate situation. It spills over into the protection.
Yeah.
And community and family. So
right. That was the real spit portion of the show.
Yeah, and you, man, that's some great points you brought up.
Awesome.
And that was the real spit.
My bad. Real quick, I'm gonna let you do the real spit. So for next week, subject: does she ever deserve half? Does she ever deserve half?
Yeah. At some point.
That's what I'm saying. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff is going on, and Scottie Pippen is one of the situations that's going on. So there's you know,
I didn't even know. I didn't even hear about.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you about it off there.
Yeah.
Boy.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is the real portion.
Just give it a little
segment of the show.
Go
ahead. The real portion segment of the show.
You only have
taking time. That's what I'm saying. Just
okay.
We learning your cutoff game. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
Eve was tempted when Adam was not there to protect her. Eve encouraged, as a result, the whole family to fall because Adam was not there to protect her. Today's topic was protecting our women. There are different forms of protecting our women. There's different forms of taking care of and defending our women. We must do that. And once we understand the depth and the degree of the origin of even Africa. Africa's original name is Alkalilan.
I
Yeah.
said you
Color
butchered
lines?
that name.
What is it
It was
again?
a color
It's
line?
a cable
Go ahead, go ahead and finish.
It's called a cable line.
A cable
And-
line.
A cable line.
A cable line.
A cable
Go ahead, man.
line's definition is Garden of Eden. So if we were thrown out of the Garden of Eden by not because we didn't protect our women, because we were not there to help our women, it almost bleeds down to what's going on today. If we are not there to protect our women, then what is our tomorrow's going to look like? What is our children's tomorrow going to look like? Remember, if our origin is from Africa or our origin is from the Garden of Eden, all right, Adams, get out there, protect your women, effectively communicate with how they need to be protected, find out, and then move forward. Let's all move forward as a community and go back to our origin. You guys have been a great audience. Thank you for your comments.
Yes.
But until we see you again next week, see you at 8 o'clock next week on Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
Hey, learn to listen.
Hey, yo.
Our cable line.
Hey, follow, share.
It's our cable line, right?
Yeah.
Our cable line.
You said color line.
I was like a color line, but I just didn't remember the exact word.